How intense were those sales on Wall Street? Like
Um,
the big sales when you were selling the bonds. Like were they that
yeah,
way or no?
to be honest, not that hard, bro. Because what Anthony said to me was correct. What I was doing before was harder. And listen, you gotta remember, I'm in Houston. I am young, and look even younger than I actually was. And I'm sitting across the family, the table from, a wealthy, 60 something family trying to convince, like, that's a hard sell.
Yeah, that's a hard sell.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a
that
hard
is
sell.
a really, really hard sell. I got stories for you, bro, that we should talk about over a beer. Like some of the stuff that I dealt with and stuff that was said, that's hard. That's hard.
But at the
When
same
you're
time, why would I trust you? Think about us being 60 and some fucking 23-year-old kid tells me that they know more about money.
listen, bro, why did anybody give me their money? It's
Right. I mean, that's some sales chops.
right. I
Like,
mean, thank you. So I was pretty good at sales for sure. And I knew what I was doing and all that kind of stuff. But still, why would you give a 20 something, millions of dollars to manage? Like that's absurd. That's completely absurd, right? And so that was a hard sell, right? You wholesalers think you got it tough. Let me tell you something. Okay, right. So I've done that, and listen, that whole, like, literally I built my book. I didn't have a network,
yep,
my family didn't
built
have
the
any
fucking
money.
book from the ground up.
From
Just
the ground
grind
up,
in that book.
just grinding, like literally, Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness, when he's like, I discovered that I could make 15 more calls if I just didn't put the receiver down. That I literally lived that, bro. Just keep the receiver on your ear and you do that, right? This is before I had a headset. And
Yep.
you just pound the phone, pound the phone, pound the phone. And you just, finally make your way into their kitchen and you make the pitch. So anyway, that was hard. To answer your question about these other sales, like, selling $1 million set of bonds or five, that actually is not that hard, if I'm being perfectly honest. Because the way that business tends to work is it's usually relationship based. And I'm just keeping it completely a buck with you. Here's what really happens. What really happens is you go to some industry events and you meet the finance director for, I won't name a specific county, but XYZ county,
Yep.
America, right? And you guys are out and you're having drinks and having a good time, and you say, hey, look, when I get back to my office on Monday, it's been really great hanging out with you. When I get back to my office on Monday, I'm going to give you a call, man. I know there's some, new corporate paper coming out. I'd love to do some business. Hey, absolutely, man. Give me a shout. And then
Just
when you
like
get back,
so it's just B2B. It's a
it's
lot
just
more.
B2B sales. It's
Yeah.
just, it's like a lot of your viewers have sold, I don't know, man, copy machines or goddamn,
I
whatever.
know a dude
And
doing that, bro. That's a hard game.
that's a hard game. That's a real
That's a
hard
hard
game.
game.
That one, tools, industrial tools, whatever it is, right? If you have sold a big ticket item, it's kind of the same thing, right? You make the rounds, you go to the industry events, you glad hand, you get people to like you. You go there, you be charming and funny, and you obviously know your stuff, right? Know your product. And then when you get back to the office, you call them up and you shoot the shit and you talk about how much fun you had, and then you pivot into the sales call. And
Yep.
for me, that just happened to be, hey, you want to take down these 2 million bonds I'm looking at on my Bloomberg terminal? Yeah, give them to me. It ain't his money.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want to downplay it because, it is a hard business to get into, and a lot of people wash out. So it is difficult. I don't want to make it seem like it's not, but I just think that what I was doing before was way harder. That's all.
My friend Jason Pritchard, and you'll meet him eventually. He was selling like 100K college education packages. And he was like, bro, you think wholesaling is hard? He was like, I was like selling for like I think it was like University of Phoenix or like something like that.
Yeah,
And he was like selling those and like leading sales floors and like
that's
selling
hard.
those and like one step close, like in one call closes, just going after it. Like, bro, that is hard.
That's hard, bro.
That is hard.
That's hard. Yeah. I mean, wholesaling's hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying, and I've done a bunch of wholesaling. Like I said, I did pretty well at it, but it just, to me, it just wasn't, I just done much harder things is all.